The Curse of Bridge Hollow. Now, you guys are going to be surprised by this review. I know what you're thinking. Netflix film? Oh boy, we're in bad territory. Marlon Wayans? We are in deep here. But you know what though? This is the perfect example as to why you should go into every single movie with an open mind. Because, and this is gonna sound crazy, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this and putting it out on the internet, but I think I like this just as much, if not more, than Hocus Pocus 2, our most recent children-friendly Halloween movie on streaming. Yeah, I actually liked Curse of Bridge Hollow, and I'm gonna tell you why. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. I hope you guys are still here. I know it sounds crazy. Brandon's giving a positive review to a Marlon Wayans Netflix Halloween movie. Yeah, I am. You're gonna wanna stick around and hear why though, because it's not every day that that happens. But regardless, I wanna say thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. And today I'm gonna give you my honest, no BS, non-spoiler review for you today for The Curse of Bridge Hollow. And of course, like always, tell you if it's worth watching. Now, like I say in every single video, this is just my own personal opinion. So if you guys think differently, or if you think the same, let me know your thoughts of The Curse of Bridge Hollow down in the comment section. Now, let's begin. We have The Curse of Bridge Hollow from director Jeff Wadlow, and he's done such films as Never Back Down, which I actually have seen before, which is actually not too bad, Kick-Ass 2, and Truth or Dare. And it stars Marlon Wayans, Priah Ferguson, Kelly Rowland, yes, Miss Destiny's Child is in this movie, Lauren Lapkus, Rob Riggle, and many more. Now, like I said in the beginning, it shocks me to say that I actually enjoyed this movie, and I think I actually enjoyed it more than Hocus Pocus 2. And that really shocks me because I was looking forward to Hocus Pocus 2 quite a bit this year. And I see this movie and I'm like, okay, it's just Netflix garbage, but you know what? Let's just watch some trash. But it wasn't trash. It was cute. I don't know what else to say. I don't know if I'm going crazy, but let's get into it. I don't think that I have any problems, really any major problems with this movie. I can't really pick it apart and say that's a major flaw. That's a major flaw. I don't see any major flaws with this movie. Now just hold your horses for a minute. I am realistic. I understand that this movie is very standard, and one could say that it's very predictable. I'm not gonna say that it's bland, but you've seen this type of movie before. There's nothing new, but there's nothing really bad in the movie either, and I actually think that all the elements in the movie, they actually do a pretty serviceable job. I would say that yes, this is a good movie. Now, if you guys don't know this, I have mentioned this in a couple of videos before, but I love the 90s children's or kid-friendly Halloween atmosphere. I grew up watching movies like the Halloween Town movies and Nightmare Before Christmas. I liked that spooky element, or those movies that you would watch in those clamshell VHS tapes. You know, when you see the title and you hear the music, you're like, oh my god, this is bringing me back to the 90s. It's great. It's just loaded with a ton of variety in that fun, spooky Halloween atmosphere. You have zombies, you have killer clowns, you have bats, you have black cats, you have witches, walking pumpkins, skeletons, the Grim Reaper. They have so many Halloween things in this movie. So if you are a fan of Halloween and all the decorations and the trick-or-treating and all that stuff, then this movie is just chock full of everything that you love about Halloween. And they present it in such a fun tone with actually more humor than I thought. I mean, again, like, I don't want to, crap on Marlon Wayans at all, but like, you see that guy on the poster and you're like, okay, this movie's gonna try really hard to make us laugh, but I was shocked at how many times I laughed in this movie. Now, again, I'm realistic. This movie is not The Big Lebowski. This movie's not Office Space. This movie's not Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I laughed at the jokes in this movie because I felt like, yeah, they're cute. You know, a couple chuckles here and there, a couple, that's funny. You know, I'm not like dying on the floor laughing. Like, this isn't, a Judd Apatow movie. But I was shocked at how many times I laughed out loud and was smiling during this movie. Again, it's just crazy. It's actually pretty good. Also, there's some swearing in this movie, which felt a little off-putting. I guess that would be my only nitpick of the movie. And like, I don't care about swearing in a movie. Like, I really don't. But I'm thinking, okay, this movie feels a bit too kiddie to have swear words. And this movie, has a couple too many, like, older kids moments for a kids film. I mean, like, they use firm terms like, oh, I just whooped his ass. Or one of the kids will yell other profanities when a bat's flying around their kitchen. And I'm thinking, okay, what kind of tone are we going for here? How old is their demographic here? But regardless, as someone who is in his late 20s, watching a film that feels nostalgic for the 90s, I didn't mind it. And there's lots of fun action set pieces. There's a lot of fights with clowns that come to life, zombies that come to life, a skeleton fight, running through a maze in a haunted house at the school dance. And of course, all of our characters holding hands and talking to the paranormal. You have Ouija boards. There's a lot of fun Halloween set pieces in this movie. And like I said, if you love Halloween, if you love trick-or-treating, you love all that stuff, then this movie has everything that you'd want. But the most shocking thing to me is that they actually have a character arc and a character dynamic that actually works, and you actually feel yourself getting emotionally invested. It's just bizarre. I feel like I need to buy a lottery ticket. I'm actually giving a Netflix Marlon Wayans movie a good review. I've said this many times in the video. I sound like a broken record. I do. Trust me, I understand it. So Marlon Wayans is a science teacher, and he gets this job in Bridge Hollow. So he moves out, his wife and his kid, Sydney, out to this little tiny town, a really small town in New England area, right? And there's a bit of a disconnect with his daughter. Sydney loves Halloween. She loves the paranormals, and she just loves this town because this town goes nuts for Halloween. Every single house has a theme and tons of decorations. There's a big carnival and festival in the middle of the town on Halloween. The school has this giant Halloween night. So this is her place. And of course, she does feel a little bit resentful for her dad for bringing her out here at first, but she finds out that she really does love this place and she wants to become a little bit more independent, right? She's 14 years old. She's in that teenager transition phase where she's not really a kid anymore and she's starting to make her own decisions. But the dad, Marlon Wayans, can't really accept that yet. One, he's a big science nut. So he doesn't really like Halloween. He likes science. He likes fact. He doesn't really like this paranormal Halloween spooky stuff. He's not really into it. You do find out why later on in the movie. It's not that he's just a big science nerd. He's not like a giant stick in the mud. He is in the beginning of the movie, but we'll get past that. But he's having a hard time with his daughter growing up. But of course, shenanigans happen, and throughout the rest of the movie, they do end up bonding and they do end up growing as characters and forming a better relationship with each other. You know, it's not fantastic. This movie's not breaking the mold, but it's serviceable, it's good, it's simple yet effective. I'm giving this movie a 3 out of 5. I liked it. Again, it's not spectacular. I'm not saying you gotta see this movie, but I'm saying that any movie can surprise you. This one did. So those are my thoughts on The Curse of Bridge Hollow. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you are in the same boat as me, let me know so I'm not crazy. And our secret phrase is, I'm wearing a Deadpool Halloween costume. That is the secret phrase. So leave that down in the comment section so that I know that you guys made it this far. And if you like this video, hit the like button. It helps this video spread across the YouTube algorithm. So thank you guys so much for that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.